What up, though? Welcome to the show, everybody. Yeah, I was trying to get the little rhythm with the countdown. What up, though? Welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. It's the Economy Sports Show. We live. Y'all know the sound of the bell. And don't worry, don't panic. I know you see me by myself on camera, but I will not be alone tonight. The man, the myth, the legend, Dre. He's working it. He's taking care of some things in the background. He will be on shortly. But we want to get the show started. So welcome to the show, everybody. You know what it is. It's Academy Sports Show. It's your favorite sports show. I'm your host, Jay Will. Dre will be here in a moment. We got a lot to talk about this week. Y'all know how we do. We got to catch up. AFC NFC Championship game took place. It happened. And now we wait. Philadelphia. Kansas City, headed to the Super Bowl. We'll give our opinions about the games. However, we will hold off on our discussion of next week's game until next week when it's more pertinent, more pressing of an issue. So we got some other things to get into tonight besides recapping the game. NBA, as you know, man, it's time to shift. NFL shifting. They're headed out. NBA's coming in. It's All-Star break coming up. All-Star teams were announced. Not only will All-Star team announced, you have other things that are happening around the league, midseason this, midseason that. So this is a lot going on. A lot to talk about in the NBA, so we'll get into that. Also, the GOAT, Dre's man, my man as a Michigan man, but Dre's guy, Thomas Bartholomew Brady is retiring. He has announced that he is retiring for good. We will share our thoughts on that. So we got a lot to get into, man. A whole lot to get into. Plus, as you know, we got trivia. We got What the Meme. We got a fire What the Meme tonight, actually. Because we got one What the Meme coming out of Las Vegas from our man DC, Dennis Coleman, in the building. So I'm interested to hear everybody's take on this one. So we appreciate you joining us live tonight. Welcome to the show. I see Stu is in the building. What up, though? Petey's in the building. See, we nationwide. Everybody's in the building tonight. My pops is in the building. Go Blue as always. Y'all know how we do. Keith Jason in the building. What up, though? So I see it's about 9-10 people on. Make sure you shout us out. Make sure you let us know that you're here. Make sure you let us know by saying something so that way we can throw you up on the screen. We can shout you out. Also, don't forget, we are live streaming on the Mafia Sports Report. And with a little bit more of that information, I'm going to bring the man, the myth, the legend. Welcome to the show. Y'all know the man. What up, Dre?
You stole my line.
I know.
You are the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Will himself. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate it, man. Thank you for giving me time to get the technical difficulties up and running. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, everything. Listen, when we say trigger that bell.
Sorry, my bad. It was right here and it slipped.
We mean trigger that bell because it might be 7:30, it might be 7:45, it may be 8:15. You understand me? So you breathe all day. Get ready. Subscribe, all that stuff. So we can get everybody in here. We appreciate everybody. Joel already shouted out everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. But let's get into the show, man. Let's get into it. And we're going to kick this thing off like we always kick it off with trivia night. All right? What's up, cuz? All right, man. I see.
I got a question.
Trivia night right now. What's that, bro?
Before we get into trivia night, I got a question.
Okay.
What does this mean? Congratulations to all the kids getting free education. Is there something? Is that an inside joke? Are we missing something? Because, you know, sometimes, Stu, he'll say stuff. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Is there a story out there?
I don't know. I'm sure he will tell us.
All right. Stu, let us know. I was wondering.
All right. And then, once again, Joe already said it, but shout out to the Mafia family, man. Appreciate y'all as always. We are simulcasting on their page as well. So
that's right. It's National Signing Day. It is. Thank you, Stu.
There was nothing nefarious about it at all. He was actually being legit. He was actually being legit. Shout out
He
to
was
Stu.
being legit. Yes, sir. That's true.
We are simulcasting, so make sure you like, follow, subscribe to them as well. They got great content over there. So let's get it cracking with Trivia Night. As you know, Trivia Night goes as such. I will explain it for those who are new in the back because we want you to, as Joe said, come on, comment. They all come in live on us. Let us know that you're here. Say hello if it's your first time. Trivia Night goes as such. As you see on the ticker below, the field, that is you, that is the listener, that is the person who is consuming the content created for you right in front of you. You are the field. Right now, you are at 1 point, and we, the host, me, Joe, whoever, substitute as a host while we run this show for the year of 2023, we are at 2. Last year, the host won. You understand me? Let's pat ourselves on the back. The host won Trivia Night. Not by a lot, but we won. A dub is a dub is a dub. And we about to go back-to-back here in 2023. So here we go. Joel or myself says a trivia question to one of us, and then we have the time to answer that question correctly until one of you answers in the chat. But the first person that puts the first answer in the chat is solidified as the answer for the field. So if you are not sure, I wouldn't press it. It's kind of like that text message at 2 a.m. to that girl you like. I'll double-check that before you press in. There's going to be a lot of people that's mad at you. All right? So if we both get it wrong, it's a wash. We go to the next show. Rules good? Everybody good? Everybody straight? We good? We got it? We
Sounds
good?
good to me.
All right. So last week, I had the trivia question. I botched it. I'm still thinking about the answer. And it was a wash. I think the field got it wrong too, right? So last week was a wash. So this week, I have the question for Joel. Joel, are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
All right. So you know I had to do it.
Oh, man. This is going to be the hardest question in the world ever. Sorry.
This is
forgive me for my sins.
Tom Brady question.
Oh, God. So now I feel bad because I should know the answer.
This is a Tom Brady question. All right.
7 Super Bowls. I got it.
Tom Brady has thrown a lot of touchdowns in his career.
Yes.
Okay. Over the years, he's thrown to guys like Godwin, Antonio Brown, Brandon Cooks, Martellus Bennett, Danny Amendola, Hogan, Lloyd, Johnson, Dorsett. But I want you to name the top 4 guys he's thrown touchdowns to.
The top 4 receivers that Tom Brady has thrown touchdowns to? Really?
Yep.
This is your get back question. Nice job. I just want to just right away just say, good job for just going in on me.
It's not going in. This is obvious to me. If you would have asked me this question, I just would have rambled.
So wait. So listen. So top 4 meaning like they caught the most touchdowns.
Most touchdowns. Number 1 is at 105. Number 2 is at 41. Number 3 is at 40. Number 4 is at 38.
Okay. Top 4.
Top 4. The top 4 guys. Kobe didn't even answer. He just know you're gonna get it wrong.
Wait. Cole said don't. But wait, he said don't answer though. Like don't answer for real, Cole. That's y'all gonna go out like that.
Y'all don't answer.
That
is
really?
funny. That is funny. You better hurt for the Twitter fingers. You know they be cheating.
Okay, wait. So I got 4. Give me all right, well, let me go.
Who's got 105 touchdowns from Tom Brady?
Hey, wide receivers? Are we?
Everybody.
Okay. All right. Give me Randy Moss. Give me Gronk. Give me Edelman. Most recent MVP. He's got to have a lot. Is this all-time career?
All-time career.
He played 2 seasons in Tampa.
As of yesterday.
2 seasons in Tampa. Okay, so give me Gronk, Moss, Edelman. Gosh, is there anybody in? Ooh,
DC has an answer in.
give me a. Ooh, I need 4. I don't need top 4, right?
No, you need the top 4.
Oh, I need the top 4. Shoot, he played 20 seasons in New England, 3 seasons in Tampa Bay. Is it possible he could throw more touchdowns to Evans? All right, give me Gronk, Edelman, Moss, and Welker.
All right, so y'all got the same answer. Gronk.
What do you say, Gronk?
Do we penalize for misspelling? I don't know who Meiosis is.
we gonna handle it. Hey, no misspellings. You gotta spell Moss right, bro. I don't know who Mios is. That's not correct.
The first answer is not correct. Well, the misspelling takes it out. I mean,
hey, no, I think if we want listeners, that we better give them that. Yeah, I think we better give them that.
You mean if we actually we want some what is it? Some hey, what am I thinking of? If we want some barbecue. we better allow meiosis.
We better allow meiosis. Mios.
All right. So at number 5, this was outside the top 4 that I asked. At number 5, we have Mike Evans.
I was gonna pick him 4 because I was wondering because he's only been here 3 years, so I was wondering. Okay, Evans is at 4. Gotcha.
At number 4, we got Wes Welker at 38. Okay. At number 3, we got Randy Moss at 40. At number 2, we got Julian Edelman at 41. And at number 1, we got Rob Gronkowski with 105. Both of you gentlemen are correct. But DC kind of answered it right first. If I ask the field if it counts, they're going to say it counts because
they're going to vote for themselves.
They are the field. So with trivia night, it goes to the field.
I got the answer right. However, the field answered first. Nice job, DC.
DC Googled it faster than you can think. That's all.
Hey, man, we need DC to open up his home for us for Super Bowl Sunday. We need DC to win. Thank you, DC. We appreciate you.
He did it all off the top of his head then.
There you go.
Yep. No problem.
Kobe said, was he trying to say moist or he's confused? Was it moist?
His spell check. He takes moist a lot. So a spell check. His spell check didn't recognize Moss. He was like, you mean moist, right?
This is where we begin to slip again. I'm going to ring the bell. We're slipping again. We don't know why he types moist a lot. So, like, I don't know why you said that.
All right, so that's
hey, DC said, guess who's not eating? Well, we're bringing a child, DC. We're bringing a young man. You'll feed the young man, won't you?
Don't do that to JoJo.
Don't do that to JoJo, please.
So that is trivia night. The field, you have tied it up. It is 2-2.
Good job, field.
I thought this was a home run for Joe.
Did you?
I really did.
He's played 23 years. You thought that was a home run?
I really thought this was a home run, but hey.
Stu said it wasn't me this time. No, it was not, Stu. JoJo can eat.
Okay. Well, I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, and I just got home 20 minutes ago. So,
hey, Grizzly Pickles for the bell. Instead of saying you got Moss, now we say you got Moist. All righty then. Yep.
Train is up the tracks.
There it is.
Very early.
The Academy Sports Show.
All right. So next up, we got What the Meme. It is one meme today. Is one meme.
Again, coming from the West.
Let's get it.
I want to hear answers.
Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. This has been What the Meme. At the usual standard here at What the Meme amongst the fogies around here. Whatever team 23 is on, that's the team they pick. So I'm really want to know.
This guy said fogies and then said they, as if it's more than one of me.
Oh, yeah, that's a bunch of y'all fogies up in here. It's a bunch of y'all sipping the bull Kool-Aid around here. So I want to know, like Joe, I want to know who you're picking.
Hey, I want to hear from the people first. I'm not saying a word.
You got Steph, the best shooter of all time. You got LeBron James. We can just go ahead and call him the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. You got Mamba mentality himself, Kobe Bean Bryant, versus Mr. Handles himself, Uncle Drew, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
I'm proud of you for getting his name right. Because you could be disrespectful.
No shade. No shade. So I want to see if it's par for the course. Are the fogies just picking Jordan just to pick Jordan again? Or are they actually going to look at this in a way that actually makes sense? I want to hear the breakdown.
Okay. So as we get into this, say your piece and break it down as to why. But don't be disrespectful, Grizzly.
Be disrespectful all you want.
Grizzly must be young like you all youngins in the room. This will be the first time Jordan needed some all-stars to help him win. Really? Is that the story you're running with? Because I love LeBron, but he's always needed some people to help him win. Just want to point that out.
Hey, Grizz, they calling your take young out here. You better type your age in the chat.
The only person on this screen that didn't really need somebody to get that dub was Kobe Bean, to be honest. He did get one with the likes of Paul Gasol and the rest of them. But everybody on this screen had a squad. So let's not be like that. So call it out. You're picking your squad. Why are you picking your squad? Dennis is rolling with the squad on the left. Tell us why. This one is Steph didn't need help, really, y'all. Okay. Steph didn't need help, guys.
He's a whole splash brother.
Are we saying he didn't need, but he had? Is that really what it is? Because he did have a squad too, and the year they had the most wins in the regular season, they lost to my Cleveland Cavaliers. They lost to my squad, but come on now, let's stop it. Let's see what we got. I want to see what the people are saying. All right, Grizzy said, I'm going Team Curry because if Team Jordan falls down by 10, Durant's leaving them behind. Wow. Sir, you're like, he's good for one every week, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Dennis said Brown will be too big for KD. MJ and Kobe are a wash because they're the same. Steph will cook Curry. Ooh. Okay. I feel like, okay. I won't comment. I will let everybody say their piece. As a former Pistons fan, I still don't care for Jordan, but his shoes are all right. Also, you have an extreme bias in your system. Thank you for playing. We appreciate your honesty. All righty then. You're the never will pick Jordan guy, while the old fogies over here always pick Jordan. Okay.
Hey, there's biases all around here, okay?
All right.
There's biases all around.
All right. So as the rest of the audience just
and there's the Steph bias right there.
Oh man. Here's what I say. Here's my opinion and how I formulated it. Let's see. I can't believe that Kobe cancels Jordan part. Kobe canceled Jordan. KD takes away LeBrick, and Kai is a better PG than Curry. So the team on the right.
KD takes away LeBron. That is a sentence.
Well, Stu, It wasn't you this time, and now it's you this time.
KD takes away LeBron. Actually, I don't even know which sentence is more egregious. Kobe cancels Jordan. KD takes away LeBron. I don't know. Those are both equally egregious.
Oh, wow.
You're on fire tonight, Stu.
Wow, Stu.
You're on fire tonight.
And we will agree sometimes, and sometimes this one we're a little off on. Kobe, Steph had a broke down splash brother last year and a bunch of Gary Payton Juniors. That's all Steph.
You talk about last year.
It's about last year. Okay. All right. So there's a request for the bell on Stu. All right. Kobe better than Jordan all day. How can that be? That can't be. Kobe is a reincarnate of Jordan. He's not better than. Ooh. There is no Kobe without MJ. Oh. Ooh. So here's how I went with my team, my pick. Greatness, greatest of all time. Because
cop out.
Oh.
Cop out.
Wait, you want me to pick against Jordan, and I sound like I'm about to, and now I'm getting the cop out push. MJ cancels Kobe, people. Stop it. MJ cancels Kobe. I don't know why we're talking Kobe cancel MJ. That's not happening. MJ cancels Kobe. All right. Yes, Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. But did anybody see Game 7 of the 2016 NBA World Championship? Did you see the cooking that Kyrie was doing on Steph? Did anybody see Game 5 when Kyrie had 40 on Steph as well, along with Bron? Steph can't defend and neither can Kyrie. Steph will outshoot Kai. Kai's a better point guard to me all around. And whenever LeBron and KD match up, it's always advantage KD. I'm going with Mike, KD, and Kyrie.
Big shocker. Newsflash.
I gave you my reasoning, sir. I didn't just go with just because Jordan's on the team. Gave you my reasoning.
Oh, okay.
Jordan. Kobe cancels Jordan. What are we talking about?
Okay. All right.
What say you? I gave my reasoning. It's irrefutable.
Irrefutable. All right. So I have dissected. I've analyzed. I've thought about this in a roundabout way. I have prepared a nice, long, lengthy answer.
How? You just got home 20 minutes ago.
I have looked at this. I've looked at the stats. I looked at the numbers. And I would like to say, single me out. Single me out. Single me out.
How do I do that again?
Me. Single me out. I'm picking LeBron James and LeBron James' team over and over again. You understand me? That's who I'm picking. You pick a team with Kevin Durant in it, you should be ashamed of yourself. Anybody who picks a team with Kevin Durant in it should be ashamed of themselves. Kevin Durant's going to lock up LeBron. Get out of here. He's going to break his ankle before he even get on the field. Kevin Durant, you picking Kevin Durant over LeBron James? This is my systematic research. I'm picking LeBron over and over again. I'm done. Take me out.
I would like to. I just want to ask a question. In your systematic research, is there anything that supports the research? Because you just picked LeBron because surprise, you're a LeBron guy, just like I'm a Jordan guy. So you just came at me about surprise, you picked Jordan's team and you went solo screen and went systematic research and gave no facts, no supporting evidence. You're picking LeBron because KD's on my team. That's all you got.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you. It's about time somebody spoke up. The team on the right, Dre, stop smoking.
Oh, y'all got the same name. Get out of here.
We have different middle names, by the way. First of all, it's Kobe's team, not LeBrick's. Sir, are you serious?
Oh, whatever. All the fogies win it. Gee. Can we get somebody born in the 80s to comment, please?
So, Stu, I apologize. We do agree. You're right. We did agree. I just did kind of come back on that MJ Kobe comment. But seriously, can you give any backing on why you're going? I just want to know because I gave a little something about my players.
I did.
You got nothing. You're just going with LeBron because you're a LeBron guy.
So LeBron's gonna cook KD. He's gonna take him to the rack over and over again. He's gonna cook him. And then George's gonna be like, "Get out of here. Let me take him." And then George's gonna take LeBron, and then Kobe's gonna cook KD. And then Kyrie's gonna be like, "Get out of here, KD. Let me take Kobe." And then Steph's gonna cook KD. So it's going to be a bunch of cooking. Slim Reaper. We cooking bones all day. He's done. He's easily the weakest link on this roster.
All righty then, y'all heard it.
That's what these memes do. They test these Jordan fans out. They give them the worst people on the team to see if y'all still pick him. And then y'all still pick him every single time. Y'all still pick him. Y'all still pick him every single time. He could have Matthew Dellavedova and Aaron Baines on his team, and y'all would still pick Michael Jordan.
Incorrect.
Y'all would still pick him.
That's a fallacy.
You would pick him. He could have Anthony Mason and Chris Childs, and y'all would still pick Michael Jordan. Y'all would still pick him.
There's a question on the floor.
Because KD was on the greatest team known to man. That's why. KD was on the greatest team known to man, the weakest move in NBA history. That's why. That's why.
Great job.
Tell me if LeBron went to the Warriors, y'all wouldn't think that was the worst move in the NBA history? It is. KD committed that crime. If you still remember the decision, then you still remember KD going to the Warriors. That's all I got to say about that.
Pippen won't have enough offense in this 3-on-3 battle.
Y'all just pick Jordan every time. No matter who's on the team. Jordan. Can't beat the GOAT. Jordan. It could be Jordan with two GOATs. Y'all would pick Michael Jordan.
Anthony Mason was a baller.
That's all I
got.
All
right. Good job. Good job, Dennis. Thank you for
your meme deal.
That one fired us up.
All right. Speaking of, I just wanted to say something. Last year, I sung Boys to Men when the news broke. I had a moment, and then he came back. Okay? I don't think he's coming back this time. I think he's going for good. The GOAT is retired. He's the man. He's the myth. He's the legend. All I'm gonna say is I appreciate the memories, Tom. That's it. I ain't gonna speak a lot on it because we did it last year. I ain't gonna do it again this year. It's just I'd rather him had went out on top with a Super Bowl ring and kept his family. But hey, it's his life. It's his life. He did what he wanted to do. He went out the way he wanted to. I'm okay. That's all I got. What you got anything for the GOAT?
No, but the belt's getting to work out today. I agree with you. I wish it would have been nicer to see him go out on top. We knew coming back it wasn't happening again. This team just wasn't built to make that run again. Too many good teams in the NFC just to even get out of the NFC after the way they went down. The way they went down to the Rams, kind of knew that was it for that team. But hey, man, great career. He's a Michigan man, so we always salute him. Go blue all the time, all day, every day. And hey, good call, Kobe. He said he's getting his family back. You can book it. All right, Coach. We'll remember that when he gets his family back. She did comment on his post that she wishes him the best, and that made TMZ. So, Grizzly, I'm with you. I hope he's not trash, but I'm just wondering, like, he doesn't strike me as the super personality guy. So for the color guy in the booth, I'm not sure that's something I'm interested in. But I think he'd fit in with the guys at CBS pretty well. Like the actual, like the studio show.
Oh, he's gonna be in the studio with those guys.
I don't know. They said I've heard there's a contract waiting for him with whoever he wants to sign. But I'm just saying, where does he fit right now? To me, he fits in the studio show on CBS. Very buttoned up, white collar type crowd.
Yeah, he might have like his own like section, like Ask Tom, quarterback corner or something like that.
Romo, I think, is I like Romo. Stu said Romo's days are numbered. I like Romo. To me, Romo calls it out. He's on CBS.
CBS?
Yeah.
Romo's having a little turmoil right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they're saying like the higher ups have had multiple conversations with him about preparing more during his games, and he's not doing it. I guess it's showing during the games or something like that. It's like they'd had multiple conversations with him about being more prepared during his calls.
Oh, so there's a story out. Yeah, you're right. CBS has attempted an intervention with Tony Romo before the 2022 season. Although the top games on CBS and Fox draw major audiences, numbers grow and the attention spikes in the playoffs. So does the scrutiny of people calling the games for the networks. This year, Greg Olson of Fox is up and Tony Romo of CBS is down. Former Cowboys quarterback who burst on the scene in 2017, breath of fresh air, has quickly assumed the aroma of rotting rock base based on an instant assessments made during every game on social media by fans and pundits alike. Let me just try to read through here.
Yeah.
They don't like him. They say instead of him being unconventional, he's undisciplined. Huh. Really? I like how he vibes through the game.
Yeah, I think when he first came on the scene, it was cool when he was like predicting plays.
Yeah.
But I guess he kind of like rested on that instead of actually doing the color kind of part, because Jim Nantz is kind of the play-by-play and he's kind of the color guy to kind of fill in the gaps. But I guess either there's these guys, they meet with the teams, they talk to players and then they do that stuff. So maybe he's not fulfilling that obligation, so they don't feel like he's as well versed on all the players that are not the top players that make plays and stuff like that. I don't know. But they're also
so they want him to be like a Chris Collinsworth guy who just randomly tells us a dumb fact. All right, I really love this guy because yesterday he was just cleaning fish. And he just loves fish, and these guys are just amazing. The way that they play and clean fish at the same time.
And then he's having this N-word controversy too.
Yeah, that was close.
He's tackling by 5 49ers.
Yeah, that was close. That was close. That was definitely close. That was close. Stu said Jim Nantz is currently throwing him under the bus. Kobe said, sorry, Tony in Romo. You fill in all the letters after the end. Imagine if Romo had this Dallas team. They'll finally get the NFC title game and choke. That in. Nice guy. Almost caught that. Darren, welcome to the show. So his job opening if he keeps it up. All right.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to see where Tom fits in, and hopefully we can see more of his personality on TV. I feel like they're going to ease him in, with like that QB corner, what do you see kind of thing, Tom, and not really get him in that main desk kind of vibe. I think they did like Tony Gonzalez did that a little bit, and then they kind of got him in and then got him back out because I don't think nobody's – if this is CBS, then that's like Boomer and Nate and those guys and Kyle and the Steelers coach. Like those guys are kind of settled in there. Like I don't
No,
see him.
I don't think he's going there. I said to me, that's if I think of all the shows and then all the combo pairings, to me he's a CBS guy, which is boring, dry. Like CBS to me is dry until you actually.
Where's his contract with? You know,
I haven't rumored an actual contract. It's just been said that there's.
Oh no, he signed with somebody.
Did he?
Yeah, he's supposed to make more money. He signed a 10-year deal with somebody. He makes more money in the next 10 years than he did in the last 20.
I got it right here. $540 million. Fox Sports.
Fox. Okay, yeah. So he's with Fox. Yeah, he's with somebody. He signed a 10-year contract that starts when he retires. So he's going to be on Fox with Glazer and them.
That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, then it'll be interesting. Damn. 370. Really?
Yeah, he's going to make more money talking than he did playing. I think he made like $340 million over his playing career, like just game checks. And so he's going to make like 370. He's going to make like 370 just talking sports. So
and Stu strikes again.
So yeah. So shout out to him. Trey, I agree with that idea. Ease him in instead of Fox throwing that idiot Gronk out to the fire. Yeah, they put Gronk right on the desk. It did try him out. They threw him right on the desk. That didn't work out too well. It's like Tristan Thompson been on the. He's been on
NBA.
He's been on NBA
today. Yeah.
Oh man, he's so bad. He's such a LeBron stan. It's so good to see. He was like, yeah, you know. I mean, I watched one clip and he kept saying the greatest player of all time, like as if that's LeBron's name. He said it like 7 times in a row. You know, like when you practice with the greatest player of all time, he showed me exactly how you're supposed to practice. You go in the weight room, and then when the greatest player of all time tells you what to do, you do that. So I played injury-free for like 6 seasons because the greatest player of all time told me what to do. So, you know, we lost that game back in 2000 because the greatest player of all time never got that call. I was like, he kept saying it over and over and over again. I was like, you look like a plant. You look like LeBron sent you to get his name over. Like he's a scrub or something. So, yeah, shout out to Tom. Appreciate the memories, man. Thank you, TB12. Now I got to find a new favorite football player. I have no idea who that's going to be. I don't know who my favorite football player is going to be now.
Aaron Rodgers.
Single me up. No, I'm playing. All right. Next up.
Stop it, Stu. Stop it.
Let's talk about the man. Let's talk about LeBron. Let's talk about this scoring title because by the time we get back next week, he would break the scoring title, possibly, I think. So where does this scoring title rank in his all-time career accomplishments? Multiple-time MVP, multiple-time champion, third on the assist leading, all these great things, all-star game captain, all-star game nods. He's going to lead in all these votes and getters and captains and all this other stuff. Where does this rank? This record-breaking point scoring thing goes. Where does this rank?
To me, you got to put this up there with winning an NBA title for the city of Cleveland. To me, this is one of the greatest feats. I mean, this is a record that probably most people thought would stand for a long time, if not forever. Just because the longevity of it is required to get that record as opposed to, I mean, Kareem played he played a long time too. So there's that there. But I mean, just the amount of basketball that LeBron has played to be able to get to the point now. I remember this guy was in high school and I was in college. He was in high school from my hometown area and just like following him. And now we're talking 20, going on 23 years. I mean, he wants to play at least a couple more till his son gets to the league. So I think you got to put this up there at the top, man. Like, this is one of the records that many just thought would never be broken. and we are going to be alive to see it be broken because this man has played a long time and he has scored a lot of points, and you cannot diminish this in any way. I know there's some that have said, well, he played 23 years and all that time. I mean, they play a lot of basketball. They play a lot of USA basketball in the summer. I mean, they just put a lot of wear and tear, a lot more basketball on these guys' bodies than even the guys back in the day. Then he takes care of his body too. I mean, he invests, $1 million a year or something like that. It's probably more than that now, but I know that's the number that always floats out there. But this has got to be one of the greatest records to ever be broken. To me, it's up there in one of the tops in the NBA in sports. Just like I remember the home run record being broken. That was one of those that you just kind of thought would never happen, and then it did. And then you have this, you have different records of different sports that are just immaculate, and they're just all timers that you think are just going to be there forever. And he's 89 points away, so I think this goes up there. The 2016 championship as a Clevelander was one of those ones that, like, to me, cements his greatness beyond if he did nothing else, because being from Cleveland and being in that historic, never won a championship world until he did it. That's probably, as a Clevelander, that's big for us. So that's how I see it, man. I think it's got to be up there, like one or two in the list of many, many accomplishments. And no, Kobe, to your question of asterisk, no, I don't think so. I mean, the element here is longevity, right? And I'm not going to penalize the man because he played more years. On top of that, the only way I think I could, or I would even consider that, is if everybody did that. But everybody doesn't play this long. Like, there are great players that didn't play this long. So there is something to him being able to stay relevant, stay in the game, and stay healthy enough to continue to do it and do it at a high level. And so, no, there is no asterisk. To Dre's question, I guess, what would you put one there for? What raised the question? But no, in my book, this is top one, top two for sure.
So it goes Cleveland title, then scoring title.
I mean, I guess if I'm being a homer, yeah, but I don't know, man.
No, the Cleveland title was huge.
Yeah, I mean, this is what. Yeah, it's. I think it's 1-1A. This is like one of the. To me, this is in the records of records. When you think about sports, this is one of the greatest records to ever be eclipsed. I mean, and you have many guys who we know can score, but they haven't been able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's and he's not. I don't want to get cream for saying this, but he's not a pure scorer. LeBron is. Everybody will say LeBron is more Magic Johnson-esque, right? So let's see. I just looked up real quick. Kareem played 20 years, man. So there is no asterisk there. So yeah, 1-1A for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right up there with you. I mean, a lot of players went back to back. A lot of players have multiple All-Star. A lot of players have All-Star captains. A lot of players have MVPs. This is the thing that takes him out of that group of, where everybody else has the same things that he has in this category. A lot of people can be called the most dominant player. A lot of people can be called, best shooter, the best this, the best driver, the best slasher, the best handles, all this. He has all-time leading point scorer in the National Basketball Association, like in the whole thing. Like every player that ever played, he's number one, and he's going to be number one for a very long time. So what did it go? It was Wilt's record, and then Kareem broke Wilt's record, and it's been, 30, 40-something years since then, and nobody's really close. So, and then you would think in the latter half of his career, he's had multiple injuries where he's lost big chunks of seasons, especially in his Laker time. So he could have been broke this record if he stayed healthy throughout his whole career. This is the one thing nobody can take away from him in this generation, and it's the one accolade that he will have that none of his competitors have. So to me, this is a huge thing that goes on top of all his other accolades that nobody can take away. That is in his class, right? You will have to think of somebody else that has to come up next to kind of take that away. Steph has to play, 10 years after he retires or something like that to kind of touch it maybe.
And be more efficient.
Yeah, to stay on his 3-point, thing. James Harden isn't catching him. Kevin Durant's not playing that long.
Nope.
None of his peers are going to be able to take this away from him. It's going to have to be another guy and from another generation, from another era to sniff this to where we're going to say, I remember when LeBron James did this. The same play, the same time our parents saw Kareem do it and thought it would never be done, where this is our era to watch something and to really appreciate it. Because once this dude is done, we're going to appreciate all the things that he accomplished and all the things he did for the game. But right now we have a moment in time where we can appreciate it right here in the moment, in the time, because we all don't know when we're ever going to see this happen again. His peers can't say they're the all-time leading scorer in the National Basketball Association. Like, that is ridiculous. I think it's number one.
So, question on there, we're not trying to hijack. Is there an asterisk on Emmitt Smith? The all-time rushing leader. Most people say the asterisk is because of his offensive line. That's what I'm assuming you're asking, right, Kobe? I'm assuming it's because of his offensive line. I would say no, because you got to run through that hole, man. Like, as a coach, and having had good offensive lines and not being able to run the football still, you got to hit the hole and you got to make some moves. You got to see hole, hit hole, run away. Emmitt was really, really good at doing that. So I don't put an asterisk on it. But then again, guys, listen, I don't put an asterisk next to Barry Bonds.
That's a good. That's one right there.
They were juicing. Everybody knows it, but everybody was juicing. Like that. Major League Baseball wants to make you believe only a couple of people were, because they want you to still believe in the purity of the game. I don't. I think everybody was doing it. It was just that he took advantage of it and didn't get. And it's Major League Baseball's fault that they didn't correct it or fix it in time.
Yeah.
But nah, man, while he was juicing and they was killing my mans, they won't let him in the hall. They made a ton of money and they brought the game back from a strike because of that dang all-home run derby. So that thing saved baseball. So I don't tend to put a lot of asterisks out there, but yeah, I wouldn't asterisk Emmitt. I can't asterisk LeBron. To your point, this is a record. This is a record that may very well never be broken again. Never.
Yeah, I can't even think of no youngster right now.
I can't either.
That would touch this.
Nope.
So, yeah, that's crazy. We're going to witness history. They said that ticket is going. That ticket is going for like over $90K.
What?
The ticket for him for the game that they're predicting him to break the record is like a home game against Oklahoma City. It's like $90K.
Wow.
So, there it is. That's something that nobody that he's compared to can ever say they did. I'm proud for him for that.
Does this make him the GOAT?
I think the GOAT conversation is set in stone because you're going to have people in different generations that believe different things, and this isn't going to waver anybody one way or another. To be honest with you, like the hardcore Jordan fans are going to say just because he has this record, oh yeah, now he's the greatest. This to me, that ain't enough to wedge somebody that's already in that wedge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think everybody is where they is. There's nothing he can do to change that, and I think he's well aware of that.
Okay. What up, Dylan? Mafia Sports Report is in the building. Make sure y'all check out Mafia Sports Report. We are simulcasting live with them. He says, no, Jordan is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Kobe said, good point. Grizzly, as always, coming through. Shout out to LeBron. His career is older than the Xbox 360. Thank you, bro.
I also think there was a comment. What? Oof. Type your age in the chat.
All right, Mafia, give us reasons. I would tend to disagree. I've said LeBron. I mean, I've said Mike, LeBron, and Kareem. And to me, this cements LeBron now at number 2 because he's past Kareem. So that's been my stance.
Yeah, he can't really say chips either because Kareem was kind of carried at the end of his career by Magic to Chet. So LeBron's never been carried.
Yeah,
they weren't Showtime until Magic showed back up.
Yeah, we try not to diminish chip value because Mike went 6-0.
Yeah. So if that's your argument, I can't, but I'm not going to yuck nobody else's yell. That's your guy. That's your guy.
Been there, done that on this show.
Been there, done that. All right, so let's move on. Congratulations, LeBron. Whether it happens before the next show. Congratulations from the Academy Sports Show. Coming up next, we got the All-Star starters. All right, I got the reserves coming up next because the reserves were announced today. Does anything pop out as sketchy? I know we haven't really been tapped into the NBA that much, so we're going to have to reacclimate ourselves with the NBA moving forward as the NFL goes towards the Super Bowl next week. And stay tuned. We have Super Bowl stuff coming up right after this. But does anything stand out to you from these East starters and from these West starters?
Zion Williamson, sketchy. That's not to diminish the man. My man comes back this year. They're playing better. They look like a possible 8th seed. Call that a playoff team. I get it. He's balling out. Gets hurt. Again. He's been out. To me, all-star level, this is the issue I kind of have sometimes with the all-star because it gets picked by the fans. To me, didn't show me enough to be all-star level. I think other guys deserve the spot, but that's the one that stands out to me. Everybody else, I feel like strong. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell from Cleveland.
Some people say that one is sketch.
Only thing I would ask is how is that sketch? Didn't he just put up 70 something or
everybody's putting up 70? This is the era of 70-point games.
Not everybody. No, D'Allen is not an NFL hoax. His video was enough for me. Stop it. His video of thanking everybody was enough for me. The man is really alive. That's not a hoax. Mafia did comment, is 6-time NBA champ, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 6-time NBA MVP. All right, then.
Numbers don't lie.
There are your numbers.
I was never alive to see a sky hook. I want you to know that.
I was.
I did. I was 1.5 at his last sky hook.
1.5? He retired in 89, didn't he? You were 1.5?
It was 89 or 2.5.
Are you kidding me? I was 10.
Yeah, I was born June. It was a warm summer morning, 1987.
Wow. That's unbelievable. I can't believe you just said that. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He retired. Yeah, he retired in 89. I was 10 years old.
Never seen a skyhook, ever. Not alive. I think Luca's mom was dating her brother. There, I said it. He's next to break LeBron's record. Luca definitely has the sauce. I'll give him that. He definitely has a sauce. And then the way the league is trending with these gaudy, ridiculous numbers these guys are putting up. I mean, Dame had 60 the other day. Like, these guys are just throwing up 50, 60 games like they're nothing. So, yeah, maybe Luka can't sniff it. You know, hopefully there's no injuries in his future and he keep playing the way he plays. So he could be a guy in the next 20 years. We'll see it. So yeah, here's the starters. So with that, Giannis is a captain. LeBron is a captain. With the new format, these guys pick the team on game day. So they're all all-stars. They go through all the all-star stuff. Nobody's on the team. We go through all the competitions, all the festivities with these guys not knowing whose team they're on. And on the day of the game, LeBron has a jersey, Giannis has a jersey, and they do the schoolyard pick right there, live, in everybody's face on the day of the game. Do you like this, yes or no?
Holy doing too much, Batman. Come on. I was pretty entertained by the TNT joining them live on TNT from their living room and making the picks and laughing at who got picked last or who was going to pick Russell Westbrook and who was going to pick James Harden when his hamstring was injured. Like that type of stuff. And listening to Charles and them joke around like, really? Sure. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I guess that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, let's see what happens here. All right, cool. That worked. Yay. Like, I don't know. Like I just feel like it's just like we're resetting or we're reinventing here, and I don't know that we have to do that.
I mean, Jacoby's point, he said they have to do something. It's been getting boring. I don't know about getting boring. I actually like watching them pick on TNT with the guys and Chuck talking crap. I think now for the players, it's a little more embarrassing being that last guy picked or seeing you get picked over and over again, stuff like that. I think it puts the player in a more awkward scenario. And don't let it be picked while everybody's in the arena watching. It's going to be like, oh. And don't let the last two guys come down to Tyrese Halliburton versus Bam Adebayo, and everybody's going bam, bam, bam. Like I think the crowd plays a huge part of this. If this is really live, and everybody's watching it, like including the people in the arena at the same time, I think the crowd has a great element to this. And
good point.
Very awkward for somebody. And then also, how the coach is supposed to divvy up minutes and they don't know who's on their team. I think that's kind of funny too. So they got All-Star Reserve. Oh, did I not do the All-Star? Oh, there it is. All-Star Reserves came out today. A couple shocking names, not picked. A couple shocking names that did get picked. So the West All-Star Reserves are John Morant, Domantas Sabonis, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, and Jaren Jackson Jr. The Eastern All-Star Reserves are Embiid, DeRozan, Jaylen Brown, Bam, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, and Tyrese Halliburton. So some most notable names that were left off the All-Star snubs, guys like Joel's guy, Pascal Siakam. He's got a jersey in his closet upstairs. Then you got guys like Trae Young, James Harden.
Good one. Touche.
Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, Jalen Brunson, to say a few. These are the guys' names that I saw the most on Twitter going like, why not this guy? Why not this guy? The most puzzling people that I saw there were picked, people didn't understand, were guys like Jaren Jackson Jr., and stuff like that. So I did read up on it. It did say that the people who voted, I guess it was like with the, let me go back. It was a vote with the coaches, so it's a coaches vote. So the article was saying that they had a format that they had to stick to. So it was like 2 guards, 3 wings, and 2 toss-up players. So, and this is how they came up to it. So the NBA 30 coaches selected the 14 reserves, voting for 2 guards, 3 front court players, and 2 players of any position at their respective conference. So you get a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., maybe because they had to pick a 4. I don't know. On the East, there wasn't like a big 4 that was snubbed. So I guess Pascal Siakam versus Jaren Jackson Jr. Is that really a toss-up? I don't know. Oh no, that's West. So yeah, I think the East is kind of cool, but I think the rest had the Jaren Jackson Jr. thing go crazy. Tyrese Halliburton or Jalen Brunson, that was kind of going hard, or Trey Young or James Harden. I know we ain't really dived into these guys' stats or anything like that, but any of these guys you want to see more than the other, or you think?
Well, I just think that. Well, first, I think John Morant should be a starter over Zion Williamson. That's just my opinion. But you probably have to do two wing players and 3 front court players. So that's probably how that happens.
So who's on the West? I mean,
Yeah,
over Steph and Luka.
Yeah, it's probably position based, so I get it. That's fine. And then out of the guys that are on this list that are snubbed, no, actually, I don't think that I like to see any of them inserted in. I guess one guy that stands out to me is like an Anthony Edwards type. That Anthony Edwards to me is a baller, gamer. He's a guy that I think you want on your team. If we got to go run 5, downtown, and we got to have a rough guy with us that can handle anything like that. He's one of them cats. But yeah, none of these guys really stand out as heavy. I mean, you could argue the Trey Young experiment, right? But we know that that's past, right? Obviously, these guys are on this list are having great seasons and they're out dueling him right now. And I think the Hawks are a little disappointing right now in the standings as well. So we'll have to see. But no, not at this time. Maybe Anthony Edwards, but nothing else really.
All right.
Grizzlies said getting picked last on national TV would be like getting roasted on the school playground. That's true. That's true. Question. Mafia Sports said, question for you guys. Do you think there would be another NBA team like the 2004 Pistons? Personally, think there would never be a team to win a championship with no superstars on their team.
No,
I think there will. You know why? Because I think history repeats itself. So I think history is cyclical. I think there will be a team that comes along that historically people will say reminds them of the 04 Pistons. I think that'll happen once. Because I just think history kind of cycles itself. This league is known to be a cyclical league as well. So I think, yeah, it's possible. But we're definitely not trending towards it because we live in a superstar culture now, and we live in a multiple player culture where you need more than one guy to help you, which that's starting to fizzle too. I mean, I guess to Kobe's point, Steph did it last year with help, and Clay wasn't Clay. So that was the first kind of team to do it since, it wasn't just 2 main guys. So I think we're starting to get away from that. I think the LeBron structured team is starting to fizzle. That's why I think the Lakers can't win because they keep trying to build around LeBron. Those days are over to me. You do have to build more of a team, but I don't know if I think maybe at some point we will randomly come across one team that strikes you similar that goes, they remind me of the 04 Pistons and how they used to go to work every day and everybody put their role and different things like that. But it will definitely not be the mainstay of the NBA.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. I would see a situation where, let's say a situation like Milwaukee where Giannis gets hurt and misses the whole season. Team like that can go on a run and go to the finals and win or something like that without their star off of defense and opportunistic baskets and stuff like that. But a team configured without a main star where everybody is the star in one sense or another, or any guy can be the guy, kind of that sense, and they have that one staple. I don't see that really happening again because we are such a star dominant. I think that year that they did it, it was really top heavy on superstars, which pretty much the Lakers and the Spurs and stuff like that. And even a team like the Pacers, who they battled, they didn't really have a definitive star. That was more of a team. Ron Artest was a defensive player of the year and stuff like that. And Reggie was declining and stuff like that, when they were battling. But did they have a really defining star? I think we are in the star-defining season of the NBA. Like, look at a guy like Tyrese Halliburton. To us, he might just be a really good basketball player, but they're trying to make him into a star with the NBA and the Pacers. Like, he's going to get a max contract, and he probably have the same skill sets as a guy like Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton wasn't going to get no max contract from nobody. Like, we're in an age where they're making minimum guys into max guys just because they have a decent skill set. So I don't think we're going to go we'll find that diamond in the rough where that one team just goes on a run and beats stars out to get to the NBA Finals and wins it outright. I think the 05 pitches are one of one. I don't think nobody ever do that. I didn't say nothing bad about Rip. I just said back in that day, he's not a max contract player. He played now though. You'll be seeing Rip getting max money. That's all I'm saying. A lot of these players back then talk about the money they made back then to the money they can make now.
Watch out for the homers, man. He was about to get you, bro.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if he played in this era now with the skill set that he has, Rip probably would have made a lot more money. Somebody would have made him a max offer contract. So, I mean, look at a guy like Julius Randle. That's definitely not a max player. He's just a big dude with a nice skill set, but he about to get money. Look at a guy like Bam Adebayo. He's not a once-in-a-generation talent, but Miami backed up the truck on him because he had a good skill set. Like, these guys aren't once-in-a-generational talents, but they making hella money.
Yeah, look at the money that what's his name made in New York, the point guard.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
He's making hella cash. Good guard, decent player.
You said Rip is Clay. Yeah, from 15 feet in. Rip wasn't Clay. Rip wasn't Clay from the 3-point line. Rip shot jumpers off screens that were 18 and in.
Yep.
He wasn't living on the 3-point line. Rip wasn't coming off screens like Reggie.
And also, Rip wasn't guarding the best player, the best team's best player every night, like Clay was before he got hurt. Clay was a two-way player.
Yeah.
So Clay can give you 60 and guard their best player before he tore his first Achilles. So I would definitely say Clay is the better all-around player than Rip. But my point was that, if Rip played in this era, Rip would get paid. That's all I was trying to say. Yeah, same goes for Rasheed. Rasheed is Bam Adebayo with a three-pointer. So play with the back to the basket and confront you and the three and can talk shit and be charismatic at the same time. Some franchises scoop him up and give him max money. Look at Jaren Jackson Jr. He about to get max money. He's not even that good. So these guys that we lure back in the day, they'll make hella cash right now because these mid-tier guys are getting max contracts. Because
to me, half these guys couldn't hold a straw to half the guys I used to watch grow up playing basketball. Sorry.
There's maybe 5, 6 once-in-a-generation players that are in the NBA right now. There's probably 10 stars, like mega stars in the NBA right now. But there's probably like 40 guys making by the end of their career going to make $100 million. So I think there's a lot of talent in this league, but just money-wise, it's a lot of money being thrown around to make a guy. Not enough to where you can get 5 guys who all are on the same page that hunker down on one main aspect, which is defense, and shutting the other team down and having pride in it to trying to replicate the 05 Pistons. I don't think that'll ever happen again.
Go for it.
Yeah. Good question, though. Appreciate it. All right. So no snubs for you?
No.
All right. Well, let's put a bow on it. Let's get to the game of games. Let's get to the Super Bowl. We got to sit through a Pro Bowl. God, awful Pro Bowl. I don't even cut the Pro Bowl on.
And then are they playing a game still this year?
Are they doing a Pro Bowl? I don't know.
The skills thing is right now.
Oh, so there is no Pro Bowl? They got rid of the Pro Bowl?
YouTube it tomorrow. I don't think that there's an actual game.
Oh, I would never. I don't watch the Pro Bowl at all. These guys literally run up. Like, you can't even run a running play in the Pro Bowl. These guys run into the hole, and then as soon as somebody grabs them, the play is over. Like, I absolutely hate the Pro Bowl. So let's just talk a little Super Bowl, man. Let's talk about the championship games and what we saw in those games. Let's talk about the blowout first. We got the Eagles versus the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Brock Purdy goes down pretty early. The Eagles do their thing, and this is pretty much a rout from the first quarter. Eagles go on to win and go to the Super Bowl. Anything that you saw out of the Eagles, out of that game, that gives you, some pause going into the Super Bowl game?
No. So, I mean, one, right, the Niners didn't have a quarterback. The reason they didn't have a quarterback is because of the strength of the Eagles. So the thing we said going into that game was that Eagles defensive line is legit. That defense had the most sacks in the NFL this year. They get after the quarterback just as good as the 49ers do, if not better. And they put my man down. He banged that head on the carpet. And then they got to Purdy in the elbow. And it's now known that he's got a torn ulnar something. And so he's done until summer.
A torn UCL.
Yes.
I heard an MCL, PCL, ACL.
The U now.
Now it's the UCL.
Yeah. So at this point, that team is who we think they are. And they run the ball well. Jalen Hurts plays really well. That's a really good football team. So no surprises here. And they go into this game for a lot of people as the favorite coming into this year. A lot of people as the favorite as the year went on. A lot of people wanted to knock them down when he got hurt and they couldn't win to solidify the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
He comes back. They get in with the 1 seed. They start to play back to their normal selves, and now they look like that 13-1 team again. Dangerous. I don't see holes right now for this team. The only holes I can see is if anybody else wants to go to jail anytime between now and next week, feel free. At least he wasn't the starter or lineman.
Oh, man. The Beard has tweeted the disrespect. So the Beard has tweeted about his all-star snub, the disrespect. Shout out to the Beard.
Shout out to the Beard.
Yeah, man. The Eagles are who they thought we were, and we let them off the hook. So shout out to Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. I just want their luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a team that just happens to always go to the Super Bowl every once in a while. It's kind of like the Giants back in the 2000s. Like, let's just go to the Super Bowl. Y'all want to go this year? No, we go wait till next year. All right, let's go. So shout out to the Eagles, just making it to another Super Bowl. Like, brand new team, totally different construction. Just go to the Super Bowl and just absolutely dominate all year. So shout out to Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. In the AFC side, a game that we expected to be really close. The Kansas City Chiefs take on the Cincinnati Bengals. This game really goes down to the fourth quarter. It's about 20-20. Nobody can score. Then you get a roughing the or unsportsmanlike, unfortunately for that one Cincinnati Bengals person, and they get a little closer to a field goal. Kick to win the game. Chiefs win. Hard way to go if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Poor guy. I felt so bad for him. They just kept putting the camera on him.
They did keep putting the camera on him. The announcers wouldn't acknowledge it, too. I was like, they're not going to say nothing. But they keep putting the camera on him.
Somebody in the truck just could have stopped doing that. And then I agree with my man from Dallas on the guy. I agree with Parsons saying that's lame for the video that was released where my man's going off on them as they're going into the locker room. I agree with you. Horrible teammate. That man didn't do that on purpose. He's playing his heart out. Feel bad for the guy. Tough game, man. Joe Burrow almost pulls it out again. To me, I still feel like at the end of the day, they got something. They know the secret to the Chiefs because they seem to be able to let the Chiefs get up and then hold them in that one spot. The Chiefs can never pull away. But I say to the Bengals, and I say it again, pay a bunch of old linemen a lot of money to protect this man because that seems to be your downfall every year. And I feared for you once you got to the Super Bowl if you did get there. Didn't know what the ankle was going to be like. Gutty performance, man. Pat Mahomes, gutty performance. He literally gutted it out. So it's nothing you can take away from him. Great game, both quarterbacks. Chiefs pull it out. Offense stalled. That's the thing that, to me, going into this big game is offense stalled, number one. Number two, that ankle. Because that Philly defensive line is real. It reminds me of that Rams defensive line against Cincinnati last year. It reminds me of the 49ers against KC. Even though KC won that game because Garoppolo couldn't connect on the long ball. But then KC also lost against the Bucs. Why? They couldn't protect Mahomes. So can KC protect Mahomes? That's all I'll say about my thoughts about the Super Bowl coming up until next week.
There you go. All right, so we'll leave it at that. Super Bowl comes up next week. We got a show again on Monday. We'll give all our predictions, all our MVPs and stuff like that moving forward. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles for making it this far. You got anything else, bud?
Nope.
All right, so here we go. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, everything Academy Sports Show. Like, comment, subscribe, everything Mafia Sports Report. Make sure you follow us live and in living color on the YouTube so you can subscribe and make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. Just in case we got to push it, you know that we know that you know that you'll be in here because you are the field and we appreciate you. The show is nothing without you. Make sure you're here bright and early when the stream starts. That way you can participate in the trivia night. And other than that, man, enjoy LeBron getting a record that nobody might ever get again this week.
That's it, because that's all you got looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, because I'm not watching nobody's Pro Bowl. I'm going to tell you that for sure. I'm going to tell you that for sure. All right, so like Kobe said, don't answer trivia wrong, and we'll see y'all next week. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
Man, see y'all next week. We talk about the Super Bowl next Thursday night. Catch us before we get on a flight. Vegas, we coming to see you, DC. We coming to see you, man. Peace.